What's up? What's up? Alright, so a new card has been announced for Dawn of Majesty, as well as more information on the Cyber Style Structure deck, so we're just gonna get right into it. I could actually make a full card review just on this card, but it's just gonna be a waste of time because honestly there's almost nothing to discuss about it, so even though this is supposed to be the Cyber Style content video, whatever, it's not gonna take too long. So Wolfraid, the Stellar Wind Wolf, level 9 Beast Synchro, interesting, 2500 attack, this is going to be relevant, and 0 defense, so 1 non-tuner and 1 tuner, whatever. Just pretty easy to summon, quote-unquote easy, Synchro level 9. Of course, Virtual World is probably the deck that's going to be able to summon this the best, and you can only control one Wolfraid, the Stellar Wind Wolf. Interesting, it's not that, like, that would ever come up, but yeah, whatever. Each time another monster's effect is activated while this card has less than 4000 attack, this card gains only 300. That's it's pretty funny. Once per turn, if this card's attack is 4000 or more, quick effect, you can shuffle this card and all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. So this is a quick effect during either player's turn, so you can use it offensively, like aggressively on your own turn, and of course as an interruption during your opponent's turn. It also really is reminiscent to Nibiru because you can gain like 300 attack every single time there's a monster effect activating, and you need to pretty much gain that effect 5 times in order to jump from 25 to 4k. And then when you do, you can pretty much just kind of board wipe your opponent while they're playing. So that's kind of interesting, but 5 monster effects? Like, by the time your opponent gets to 5 monster effects, this card is not surviving, so I don't know. I mean, it's not that it sucks, but if only there was like a consistent way to actually gain attack on this card without even having to rely on this effect, because this is not the play, I can tell you, and I can't really think of any deck that can consistently make level 9 Synchro monsters that also give a lot of attack to your monsters. Maybe Infernoble if you're randomly playing equip spells that give like attack to your monsters, but then again, we're probably talking about like 3 or 4 card combos that are just not as good. So yeah, I don't think this is going to have any impact in the game, and let's jump right into now, the Cyber Strike structure deck. Yeah, it's actually Cyber Strike now, not Cyber Style. Of course, because Cyber Style never really existed in, I guess, the TCG for like the anime and stuff. It was only like an OCG term that never really meant anything anyways. Yeah, it technically means Cyber Legacy, but that also kind of doesn't mean anything when you like in actual playable term for the game. But anyways, this is going to be hype. So Master of the Forbidden, I was gonna say Forbidden Jutsu, arts that combine Fierce Dragon and Machine Monsters with Cyber Deck, Cyber Strike, whatever, nothing new. It's going to enhance both of Zane's strategies from the GX, and then this is one of the most customizable structure decks yet. Now, this I don't think is information that we had available to us before, but the fact that Konami actually used this as like a sentence to kind of hype a structure deck could mean one of multiple things. Either they really are hyping a product that deserves to be hyped, and maybe it's going to be a good product, or maybe they're just trying to sell something that is just unplayable, and they just really want to make, I don't know, garbage or shit kind of feel like it's Nutella instead, if you can understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you can choose to basically make it like pinker. You can choose to focus on Zane's original Cyber Dragon Fusion strategy, his Dragon-based Cyber Dark strategy, or play both together in a single deck in the later seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now, this again also means something because Konami clearly emphasized their their intention of wanting people of like pretty much all backgrounds, like either if you want to play Cyber Dragons or Cyber Dark, or if you want to play both, to kind of benefit from this product again. So I doubt that they will always release cards that are only good for if you want to like mix both together. So we're probably going to have specific Cyber Dragon support, which is obviously what we really want. I don't think a lot of people really want Cyber Dark support. Usually Cyber structure decks, they don't get like more than 8 or 9 new cards, and with only 5 spots remaining maybe, it's really hard to make the deck from unplayable garbage to suddenly really good. And I really don't like when people say, oh yeah, but as a Cyber Dark player, I can tell you that blah blah blah. It makes no sense to say that because first of all, there's no actual cohesion in your deck. There's not like anything that you know for a fact that you can achieve with your deck consistently, and you're not going to tell me that it is a respectable option at regionals or YCSs. Maybe if you're trying to play for fun at locals, maybe, but it's obviously not even close to being on par with Cyber Dragons, because Cyber Dragons, they can be played in so many different ways, whereas Cyber Dark, if you want to play the deck, you still have to play like all the shitty cards. And I do agree that Cyber Dark Cannon and Claw are fantastic, but you can't just make a deck good with only 2 cards. So yeah. And also, again, it's not even like you could say, oh yeah, but the new support is already it's already doing a good job. No, just no. It's not doing a good job, so yeah. Anyway, Cyber Dragons. You can fuse together multiple copies of Cyber Dragon with Power Bond to create Zane's signature Cyber End Dragon and raise its attack all the way to 8,000. This is actually hilarious, because we're in 2021, and nobody is crazy enough to play Power Bond into Cyber End. Like, that's 4 cards into 1 monster that loses to a bottomless trap hole. LMAO. Oh, and by the way, during the end phase, you take 4k. yeah. It's easier than ever thanks to brand new monster that can add a Power Bond from your deck and let you use monsters in your graveyard as fusion materials for it. So this is, again, not a new information. This is Cyber Dark Chimera's effect. And I already said how I didn't feel like that card would have an impact for Cyber Dragons, and for Cyber Dark, it technically could be good, because it also has an effective Foolish for a Cyber Dark monster from your deck to your grave, so at least this kind of somewhat has potential, but yeah. Anyway, Cyber Darks. Load your graveyard with dragons. Okay, load your graveyard with dragons. How are you doing that? It's really hard. I mean, there's only like the discard effect of Cyber Dark Claw, Cannon, and then Horizon, and then Foolishing for Cyber Dark Chimera. I don't really see how you can fuel your graveyard with 5 monsters consistently and then still have a way to go, I don't know, Power Bond Banish from grave, so that would be like Cyber Dark Chimera's effect to like discard a spell. You have to discard a spell or trap, actually. That's really specific. It's not just discard any card. So again, we're talking about like 4 or 5 card combos that make 1 monster pass. It's not ideal. And again, if you're saying, oh yeah, but just playing going second, you're OTKing your opponent, bro, you're not OTKing your opponent through negates. Let's try to calm down and focus on what actually is going on. But yeah. And I'm not trying to be like negative, by the way. I'm just being realistic, and that's just the way it is. I'm sorry if you disagree with me. Anyways, then equip them to your Cyber Dark monsters to power them up. Use Cyber This actually got me. Use Cyber Dark Impact to fuse together the original 3 Cyber Dark monsters to create Cyber Dark Dragon, or use Overload Fusion to fuse any 5 Cyber Dark effect monsters to create Cyber Darkness Dragon instead. Now, there is something I don't like about this, and that is, I mean, literally the first like 3 words. Use Cyber Dark Impact to fuse together with the original 3 Cyber Dark monsters. This is the actual legitimate official confirmation that Konami doesn't want Cyber Dark players to give up on the old Cyber Dark cards. This means a lot. This means that we won't actually get the ABC treatment where we get like a kind of a revamped and power-crept, official power-crept version of old cards. And you know, Union Hanger is a card that can search Y and Z, like the, it doesn't search X Head Cannon, I believe, or maybe it does, I forgot. I kind of forgot what Union Hanger even did. I know it searches a Light Machine, whatever. I'm pretty sure it could actually search X Head Cannon, but still, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, no, yeah. It's could also be a good thing for Cyber Dragon players because they're going to probably invest more of these slots into Cyber Dragon cards instead of only trying to focus on Cyber Dark, because we can all agree that it would require just too many cards to make the deck suddenly good. And if you want to make the Cyber Dark like broken out of nowhere, there needs to be like a Link 1 monster that has an unfair effect, like better than Needle Fiber, better than Summon Sorceress, better than Firewall. So I don't know. Just like Spirals, if you took away their double helix back then, they would have remained like tier 10. Nobody would have played the deck, so yeah. Anyways, both, okay. Why choose just one when you can have both? Structure deck Cyber Strike specializes in fusing these 2 strategies together into a powerful powerful hybrid strategy, and the ultimate symbol of the fusion is a new fusion of Cyber Dark Dragon and Cyber End Dragon. Now, the thing is, Cyber Dark End Dragon, when you read it, it really doesn't feel like a boss monster, like, at all. Because it's a going first boss monster, obviously. Going second, it only has, like, one attack, and yeah, sure, it's unaffected by activated effects, but I mean, Skill Drain still works, and then Baguska still works. A lot of things will still work, and it's just so much commitment into something. It's so hard to summon, too. Your deck can't consistently bring it out. You need 2 gigantic boss monsters in your graveyard and then go Overload Fusion. Horizon can only help you out with one of them, so how are you getting the second one in the graveyard? You would have to kind of set up with, like, Nadir Servant and Punishment, stuff like that. Oh, hell nah. Anyways, this 5,000 attack powerhouse, that's kind of all there is to it, unfortunately, can also be summoned by tributing Cyber Darkness Dragon while equipped with Cyber End Dragon, so even the requirements for playing your new boss monsters are flexible. How are you doing that? How are you summoning Cyber Darkness Dragon? It's even worse. It requires 5 Cyber Dark, bruh. And also, you have to equip Cyber End Dragon. This is not like flexibility at all. It's not. Even Thunder Dragon Colossus has both of its fusion materials, summoning conditions, are actually easier. The first one, obviously, just by tributing a Thunder, the turn you activate a Thunder effect in the hand, and then the second one is actually with Thunder Dragon Fusion by using 2 actual Thunder Dragon, the real one this time. At least this, you can say, oh, the 2 fusion, like, summoning conditions are just, you know, they are flexible. It's not that bad, but this is like insanity. You have to fuse for a huge boss monster and then tribute it away, and then, yeah, lose to Solemn Strike. LMAO. So, yeah. And more. With the new spell card Cybernetic Horizon, both strategies can fuse with no malfunctions. This card allows you to add a dragon or machine cyber. Yeah, so no Levinier, no Cyberstein. Cyberstein is not a cyber monster, by the way, so yeah, I know it's confusing because it's Cyberstein, but it will officially get errata'd, so it actually has you know, kind of a condition that says this card is never treated as a cyber card. The Frog the Jam actually got that treatment when Toad became a thing, because Toad was the very first card, if I recall correctly, that actually, I actually forgot. No, yeah, it wasn't the first card to say, like, Frog Monster, but still, whatever, you get the point. Anyways, whatever, so, and fill your graveyard with Cyber Dragon or Machine monsters necessary for Overload Fusion, reach for the horizon and grasp your victory. A lot of kind of generic statements that don't really mean anything for, like, technical. They're not really technical terms. We don't really know if these cards, like the new cards that we're missing, are actually going to be legitimately competitive. Because right now, they're really just trying to. It doesn't really look like they're trying to appeal to, like, the competitive players, because, you know, Power Bond, 8,000 attack, Cyber Dark End Dragon super powerful, 5,000 attack powerhouse, just kind of cute words to make you, like, to make the casual feel like this is going to be, like, super insane. But anyways, now I'm kind of done being, you know, all super pessimistic and stuff. Now this is actually going to be the really fun part and really enjoyable one, and this is actually good news. So it is, whatever, contains a 43 card main deck, as well as 5 card extra deck, for a total of 48 cards. 5 ultra rares and 3 super rares and 40 commons. Okay, yeah, this is really good. So 8 foils is actually almost the max that a structure deck could get. I think, historically speaking, the maximum was 10 foils in one structure deck. Could be wrong though, but 8 foils is really good, especially when it's 5 ultra rares. There has been some structure decks where we were getting like 2 ultra rares and then like 6 super rares, so the majority being ultra and then only 3 supers is definitely something I can appreciate. Now, I hope we don't actually get the Ice Bear treatment where we get like a bunch of foil reprints of cards that were already available as foils. So for example, if we get like super rare Cyber Dragon Infinity, that would be stupid, because nobody's trying to play super rare Infinity. The card's already easy to have, like, to get your hands on it, so you might as well just reprint it as a common. I really hope only the new cards get foil treatment, or what could kind of almost make sense is Cyber Dragon Core getting the ultra rare upgrade, because the highest rarity for Core is actually super rare, but I really doubt that they will do that because this is the second structure deck that would have Cyber Dragon Core in it, and if there are two different structure decks with Core being super and the other one being ultra, it's kind of just going to look whack. Again, it could kind of end up happening, but I don't really know. So my prediction is that Cyber Dark End Dragon will definitely be an ultra rare, Cyber Dark Chimera will probably be a super, Horizon will most likely be an ultra, and then yeah, if we could actually get all the other cards in ultra and super, well, that would be nice. And then 40 commons. By the way, another interesting thing here is that the extra deck is 5 cards, and then the main deck is 43, so there is going to be a maximum, I mean, assuming that Cyber Dark End Dragon is going to be an ultra rare, of 4 foils, technically maximum, in your extra deck. So yeah, it's looking interesting, but like I said, I'm really hoping that all of the reprints are going to just be commons, because it would be a waste of a slot. You know, Power Bond's already available in like Ultimate Rare, Secret Rare, Ultra Rare. Freaking Overflow is now available as an Ultra Rare. Same thing with Cyber Network. Cyber Dragon Fear is actually the only Cyber Dragon that you really want to play that is only available as a common, which kind of is whack, but I can kind of understand. I mean, it's not that great of a card, and yeah, the card's also unplayable in the OCG, so that's really whack. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what you guys think of all of that. I think these news are not the most like super hype news, but at the same time, we did manage to get a bit of information at least. So, you know, at the end of the day, can we really draw any conclusions off of this outside of the fact that we have confirmed rarities? Nothing, no. I'm not going to start judging Konami based on just which kind of words they use to sell their product, because for all we know, maybe the support is going to be good, and these words are like an accurate depiction of what kind of support we're actually going to see. So let's try to remain positive, and let's just try to hope that we're going to get some good cards. So that's all I had to say and showcase for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace.